to increase your average client spend. First of all, why would you want to increase your average client spend? Well, quite frankly, because it will bring you in more revenue. So, how do you go about increasing average client spend? First of all, you need to ascertain where it currently stands. So, you need to do the quick calculation. So, we refer to the Salon Whisperer, where we can work out the average client spend. So, the calculation is the gross amount of sales obtained. Now, you can calculate this weekly or monthly, and you'll get two different figures, obviously, when you calculate that, but it will give you a benchmark to increase on. So, if you work out the gross sales, and this was done over the period of a week, divide that by the number of clients that have come in, equals the average client spend is $40.82. Quite frankly, that's poor. You want to be looking around about, now of course this depends on whether you are just a nail salon or a lash salon or a beauty salon or a skin clinic. If you're a skin clinic, then you want to be looking at an average client spend anywhere from $150 to $300. If you're an across the board sort of dabbling in a bit of this and a bit of that beauty, then you would want to be aiming for at least 120 average client spend. And if you're starting out, probably between $60 and $80 average client spend. So now that you've ascertained your starting point for your average client spend, now you need to build on that and increase that average client spend figure. So if we work on an example and let's say round figures that your average client spend over a month is $100 for round figures. So you want to start inching up and increasing that. You can't just go from warp speed 100 average client spend to 300 average client spend. It's unrealistic and it's not going to happen, and everybody's going to throw their hands up and go, not happening, can't do it, too hard, next. So you want to do it gradually. So work on an increase. If you're working at over a month, then look at increasing that by 10%, and you might actually find that you increase it by 20%, even 30%. But when you set small incremental goals to achieve, you're far more likely to achieve those goals and even exceed those goals. Now you've set your KPI goal that you want to achieve, which is 10% more than you achieved in the previous month. Now we look at how we do that. So the first exercise that I suggest you do is you sit down with your menu, listing all of your services, and then for every service, starting with the most popular services that you do, you want to make a list of a minimum of 3 upgrades for every service that you offer. So for example, if it's a facial, an upgrade could be as simple as a booster serum, add-on LED, a bonus mask. You have to list at least minimum of 3. If it's an eyebrow client that's coming in for an eyebrow wax, it could be a brow dust, it could be a brow tint, it could be that you upgrade them to a lash tint. So sitting with your menu, work out 3 upgrades for every single service. That's the first step. The second step is to now, for every service that you offer, work out 3, or even start with 2 is okay, preferably 3, retail products that marry with the service that you're offering. So if it was, for example, it's an eyebrow wax, you could offer those clients a brow dust. It might be a brow kit. You might have a particular brow kit that you can offer. You could also be offering eye cream, because after all, you're dealing with the eye area. It could be a face SPF product, but it's, depending on what you carry, you need to work out 3 products. So if it's somebody coming in, for example, for an arm or a leg wax, you could offer them an exfoliating mitt. It could be a body exfoliating product. It could be a body moisturizer. So then attach a list of 3 retail products for every service that you offer. The next part of increasing the average client spend is, now that you're armed with the tools, so to speak, to be able to increase the average client spend, now it's a case of offering add-ons or home care products to every client that you see. Now, it's not a case of being pushy and salesy. I go through how to do that in my online membership course, but it's a case of simply, would you like fries with that? That line increases McDonald's turnover by 30% just by that little line. So it's as simple as, when somebody's coming in for an eyebrow wax, would you like an eyebrow tint today? You're going to get a yes, you're going to get a no. If you get 30% yeses, you've just increased your average client spend. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be so simple. And just remember this, when McDonald's say to you, would you like fries with that? Do you all of a sudden go, oh my God, they're being so pushy. I can't believe that they asked me that. No, you just go, no thanks, not today. Or, oh, actually, yes thanks, I will. It's that easy. And the next step is, when you are seeing your client, you may have offered an upgrade. You need to talk to that client about a home care product that correlates, it's relevant to them, to the service that they're having, and offer that product to them in the same manner. It might be if they're having a full leg wax. Oh, do you exfoliate at home? We've got an exfoliating mitt here, and you can show them the texture of how yours is so much more coarser than what they can go and buy in the shops themselves, and talk to them about the power of exfoliating their skin. $20 upgrade. Up goes the average client spend. If you don't ask, you don't get. And now that you've got into the habit of upgrading a service when a client comes in, you've got into the habit of offering them a supporting home care product. When that client rebooks, you automatically say, well, you've come in today for an eyebrow wax. Your eyebrows look stunning with the tint that we carried out today as well. I'll book in your next appointment and I'll add the tint in for when you come in for that appointment. And they're just going to think, yeah, you're right, my eyebrows look amazing. I'm going to be getting a tint when I come back next time. Increase average client spend. It doesn't have to be hard. It's only hard if you think it's hard. So you need to think, hey, this is easy. The other option for upgrading and increasing your average client spend is, at the time of your client phoning to book for an appointment, you let them know about the current special that you're running in your salon, clinic or spa. You offer to the client, you have your menu there, and if they're booking in for a half arm wax, you might offer them, oh, would you like a full arm wax? That's only X amount extra. Or would you like me to pop in an underarm wax as well? If you don't ask, you don't get. So also, at the time of booking, upgrade the client. They're booking in for a facial. Would you like the added boost to the result that you're going to achieve with that facial by adding in an LED session? Yes, no, but it doesn't hurt to ask. That is how you increase your average client spend. Track and measure across a month and look at, this is the previous month and what the average client spend was. We did the exercise. We offered our clients, it might only be 10 or 20% of the clients took up the additional upgrade or product, and you might find that we didn't increase our average client spend by 10%. We increased it by 40%. It's not hard. It really is not hard. It's just realizing, being prepared, and strategizing for your day when your clients are coming in. Have a strategy sheet, which I offer in my online membership group. And with that strategy sheet, you can strategize for every client that's coming in to your salon, clinic, or spa for the day, and know exactly what you're going to offer that client to increase the average client spend. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. For more topics that I present, you can join my online membership program.